Thank you very much, and it's a great honor to be here this year again for another roundtable of ambassadors, and I'm very happy to be invited back. Uh, as others have stated, the COVID-19 pandemic has left a devastating global footprint, and regrettably, we now also see that the economic recovery is seriously impeded by Russia's war against Ukraine. The Portuguese ambassador just stated the importance of a rules-based international order. The ripple effect of the conflict on food prices also comes as global food prices stand at an all-time high, challenging food security in many countries. I'd like to make 3 points. First, a more disconnected world is in no one's interest. This pandemic has undermined the benefits of open international borders, the flow of goods, people, and ideas. Today, we are seeing a world more moving in different speeds in terms of opening up and lifting restrictions. The world and people are slowly being reconnected, but big parts of the world remain almost out of reach. This is unfortunate. As my Swiss colleague also mentioned, the impact on business relations between our companies and China, I can just also add to that. I often talk to board members located in Norway, but who have companies here, and they tell me concretely that they feel that the distance between their boardrooms in Norway and their local companies here in China is increasing. And this is, of course, something that we would like to see improve. And as ambassador to China, with the best intentions to foster greater mutual understanding and knowledge, I can say that these are also challenging times. We recently took stock of the number of Norwegians living in China today, and we found that the numbers to be astonishingly low. We are at the moment just fact-checking this, so the members of the press should not quote me on what I'm saying now, but to us, it seems now like the number of Norwegians living in China are now at the level of 1920. So that is 100 years back. In particular, I find it discouraging that Norwegian students cannot enter China. This has impact both in terms of people-to-people contact, but also in our ability to maintain knowledge and understanding. We need these young and knowledge-thirsty students to meet, to engage, and foster greater mutual understanding, especially now in times with increased international tension. Such contact and knowledge are crucially important. This leads me to my second point. The lack of face-to-face communications weakens our understanding and in-depth analysis. There is a risk of a more misunderstanding and misinterpretation. As a media reality with information and disinformation enhances this negative effect. In that respect, those who thought that increased globalization would make diplomacy redundant have, of course, now been proven wrong. The role of honest and cool-headed diplomacy has become more profound than ever. My third and final point, and here I would also like to point to the interventions by the Thai ambassador and also by the Pakistani colleague just now about the concrete lessons to learn from the pandemic. In my view, you know, we need to now to learn the lessons of the pandemic in order to prepare us for the next one. We should use the experiences from the COVID-19 pandemic and act to be more responsive next time. At the outset, when the pandemic hit Norway, the Norwegian government introduced the most comprehensive set of measures ever implemented during peacetime, including lockdowns and other strong measures. At that time, it was not possible to state with any certainty the impact of each individual measure would be. As we now have opened up our society, now is also the time to look in the rear window and take lessons. Therefore, we have had 2 reports by an independent commission that have carefully reviewed the authorities' response to the COVID-19 pandemic. Equally, we have an open, vibrant, and public discussion that has addressed the shortcomings and areas where we need to improve. The UN Resident Coordinator Chatterjee, he mentioned the Sustainable Development Goals and the 3 integrated pillars. The corona pandemic has highlighted the extent to which health is interlinked with other sustainable development goals. Investing in national health systems is expensive, but failing to do so may prove even more costly. The global health is a priority for Norway. It has been in the past decades, and it continues to be so. We firmly support the leading role played by the WHO in coordinating international global health efforts. Thank you.